cut my hair in India. While I was there on my birthday, so about 2 years ago then that would be, I had always wanted to shave my head. And I had hair like really down to here, it was very long. And it just, first of all, it was really annoying to travel with because it was getting all matted and, you know, it was just, I didn't, you know, the showers were like cold bucket showers in cold places, and so of course I didn't want to like wash my entire head with all these, you know. It was annoying. Also, I would just always wanted to shave my head, and this was a perfect excuse because I still had like 6 months to go. So even if I didn't like it or something, I could still grow it out by the time I got back to America. And it was also, you know, in India everyone shaves their heads pretty acceptable. No one really looks at you like you're, you know, like you're out of place. I think inside I had really just wanted to do this, and you know, here it's not really that acceptable. I could cut my hair, but you know, which would be more acceptable, but shaving one's head is kind of frowned upon in America, and so I had shied away from it, and this seemed like a good time to do it, and so I did it, and then it started to grow back, and then I started to realize that I really actually did like it, and that not only that, but that it did fit with my comportment, or like my presentation, my personality more so than before.
When my hair is shorter, people are more, straight people can be more confrontational, or deal with me in a different way. And I used to have very short hair. Yeah, as a much younger woman, really short hair. But I also, when I had short hair, because, you know, I was being much more of a performer, and yeah, I was younger, so you know, I had to have the big ear. So but when I had my short hair, then I had like the big earrings and makeup and thing, you know.
Just each time that I cut my hair shorter, I just feel more myself and more confident and powerful. It's like really, it's such a good pick-me-up. I feel like people can see more now if they just like look at me, like it's a better reflection of myself. So I feel like perhaps they can perceive better who I am.
I mean, I had people tell me in the past that long hair looked unnatural on me, which I took offense to at the time. But upon looking at pictures of myself, you know, in past days, I realized, I was like, yeah, maybe that does look a little, I don't know, I mean, it's just hair, right? It's just hair, that's all it is, but still, you know, these kinds of social expectations are there, and I think I felt more comfortable in my body and the way I presented myself with shorter hair. I don't feel that I can look straight. I could try, but I don't think it will work. And I've also had people tell me that I really don't think there's any way for me to look very straight. Maybe like I could pass as a little straight, but it's just not in my comportment, you know. It's not like how I carry myself, and so probably wouldn't happen.
So I think a lot of people on the street, just if they see my partner and I, who also looks normal, feminine woman, that they have to process it a little longer, and they can't quite figure out what's going on. A lot of times they're like, are you twins? Are you sisters? Why are you, you know, so close? And it's like, oh, actually, she's my lesbian lover.
For that one moment, if someone looks at me and they think like, you know, how would I identify this person? Or, you know, how do I classify this person? If they can't quite figure it out, that to me is, you know, a form of activism. It's like, okay, well, that caused one person to question this like dominant paradigm of sexuality or presentation. That's great.
I have this like womanly body, and I can kind of use it to my advantage by, you know, looking more, I guess, feminine and more beautiful, and I can wear like high heels and makeup and look really nice, but still like kind of have this like masculine energy at the same time. It's a combination that sort of makes me feel kind of awkward sometimes, like mostly around like girls, not necessarily like not lesbians, like just females, especially those who are especially girly. I feel kind of awkward because I'm not, and I feel like I always feel like they sort of wind up like talking to me as if I were a man and like sort of like flirting with me, and I'm just like, okay, like no.
I felt like, when I had short hair, I was probably, my affect was more femme. And now I have longer hair and I feel like my affect is less femme.